Hey, Meryl. Let me turn this down a little bit. Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Chammy. Just going to put a few things in chat, and I'm going to do a collective message for tonight. See if our most trusted and strongest spirit guides have any messages for us. How are you tonight, Meryl? Happy Friday night. Hey, lady. Welcome to the haunted house. How are you tonight? Oh, I'm sorry. I guess your name is not Lady, but it's Lakshay Sharma. Pardon me. Hey, Meryl Rain, Metal Rain. Meryl Rain, you could be Meryl Rain, sure. Metal Rain, Meryl Rain, Lady Sharma. Wow. My tongue is dyslexic tonight. Pardon my French. Let's see if Spirit has a collective message for us tonight. I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. For anyone who might be in the chat, anybody who may enter the chat, join us tonight, watch the replay. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted spirit guides as a collective. What is the most important subject that you'd like me to touch upon? If anybody has a question or anything they'd like me to ask as a collective tonight that might have anything to do with something on your mind or heart, feel free to suggest. Maybe it'll tie in with the reading. So like I said, this is for anybody who may be in the chat, anyone who may join the chat later, watch the replay, or join while I'm doing the reading. Many of you may be on the defense in the Seven of Wands. Sophia dressed up like a pirate. That's okay. It's okay to want to protect what you love, protect what you care about. Feel defensive about how you would go about, preserving and protecting what it is that you love and what you care about. So, especially yourself, your well-being, your mental wealth. Because you can't have your wealth without your health, and especially not without your mental wealth. So what does a strict mental diet look like to you? What is it that you might be feeling offensive, defensive about, or that needs to be protected? Is it your feelings about someone, something, a situation you're in? It's okay to be feeling whatever it is that you're feeling. If you feel like you are in a bind and you need to communicate with somebody. Spirit says through the Seven of Wands and the Two of Cups, despite maybe feeling a little defensive about talking to somebody about whatever you're feeling defensive or offensive about, it's safe to communicate. It is safe to speak about your emotions. You've been very protective about how you're thinking, feeling, and basically how you're acting and reacting in regards to that stuff, because you might even be afraid that you're going to manifest something incorrectly, or you can't de-manifest things you've already manifested. All you can do is just keep being your own best guinea pig, and looking at your mental diet. What are you telling yourself about yourself, others, your life? Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. For anyone who maybe is in chat with us tonight, anybody who may join, anyone who may watch the replay, calling our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective, could you please clarify this Seven of Wands and this Two of Cups with the Power Spirit deck, please, Spirit? Maybe there's some kind of change that you would like to see come about in your life. Maybe your head is in the clouds about it. Spirit says, it doesn't have to be as difficult as the Seven of Wands, that's for sure. Nobody has to get hurt. You don't have to get hurt. Nobody's going to be hurt. Nothing but good feelings all around in that Two of Cups. There's nothing but love that's all around. So there is a card in my lap. I'm just going to see what card that is. Gathering. Like Spirit wants you to gather together those that you want to share your life with, share the rest of your life with. What does that look like to you? Because life is short. So who do you want to gather together with? Who do you want to be experiencing in your life in a happy and harmonious way? What does gathering together mean? What does the gathering mean for you? For me, it's like, for me, it feels like gathering is like the gathering of hope, the gathering of things that you care about, the gathering of people coming together about something that is meaningful, not meaningless, or maybe even gathering together to turn something that might be meaningless to some but meaningful to others into something that's meaningful to many. So the card is number 26. Maybe the color white, or maybe the number 26, or the number 8, or the number 2 or 6 is important to you. The direction is north and the color of the card is white. This life is like a fulcrum on a scale of balance. Your past and your future lives determine the need for gathering strength in this life. There's a reason for all the pain. As you gather knowledge from the infinity of consciousness and life experience, you begin to evolve. You feel the ground of your spirit, and you feel with your knowledge and your life force that one day it can be emptied and you may begin to gather wisdom. Become one with still life and consider the true importance of what you are gathering. So what are you gathering in your life? Are you gathering a lot of debt, or are you gathering a lot of joy? Are you gathering a lot of things to be defensive about, offensive about? What is it that you're gathering? I think mostly Spirit's wanting you to spell it out, and maybe it's like, maybe this has something to do with gathering your words or your wits or your way into creating something that means something special to you. Like fill your gourd, fill your spirit, fill your spirit lodge to create something that can last a special lifetime of happiness, joy, and instead of sorrow and whatever it is that doesn't necessarily serve you. Are there any other messages that Spirit has about the gathering of wisdom, the gathering of friends, the gathering of the clarity of the gathering of this card from the Power Spirit deck? Your brother to dump Rose. I think at this point they're probably both a little bit codependent on one another. Don't forget, moderators, to get a free yes no tonight. If you'd like to buy a reading, everything you need to know is in the description. Parasitism. And X marks the spot. I don't think that my chat is working. 1 second. Let me refresh. Yeah, it's smelling a little bit smoky. I don't understand why people want to turn the haunted house into a Mexican restaurant at bumfuck o'clock in the morning, pardon my French. It's like, here, the house is already feeling like Mexico. Let's really bring it to life by making a burrito. Jesus Christ on a cracker. Well, you find your debit card. Man, what? Mercury retrograde's really giving you a spanking this season, huh, Metal Rain? Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. Can we get a little bit of clarity on this parasite and X marks the spot clarification cards in regards to all this defensiveness and this head in the clouds energy about gathering together what it is that you want us to seek out, not only in ourselves but other, through wisdom. Oh, I love these cards. Okay, so there might be some toxic moments that you go through in regards to your situation that are leaving you a bit on the defense. But some of these things are, you're going through them because maybe it's something other people are projecting, not necessarily you're projecting it. It's just other people might be projecting something that it's as if they do what they do because they like their reaction. They want to see how you react to something. It's like They want to know how you truly feel, so maybe they get a little bit defensive. You know, maybe they know they can get away with a little bit of being offensive or defensive because, you know, they know that you care, you love them, Oh, and I also think this X marks the spot card, Rain, has something to do with your debit card. But I also feel like it's telling maybe if the collective is telling us that as a group of people that maybe there are some things in our lives that, you know, we need to gather together and purge, and, you know, and be a bit, maybe even a bit heartless and defensive about, you know, are we going to continue down this path, or are we going to continue to, you know, keep this or that? Does that trigger me? Does that not trigger me? Did I choose that? Did I not choose that? And let it kind of, let the purging be purging of things that might feel a bit like a parasite. And X marks the spot can also be with like the things that are right in front of you. You know, maybe it's the color of the room that needs to be repainted. Or maybe it comes right down to something that's in the room that you didn't choose. It kind of just followed you everywhere you went because you had no choice but to take it with you because, well, it was there and someone gave it to you and it was needed, or it might still be needed because you haven't gone out and made a choice yet to choose something like that for yourself instead of you see what I'm saying? Like, and then it can even come back around to, you know, vintage items that we might pick up that might have attachments to them, or echoes, or the energy of other people that maybe haven't been dispelled yet. So make sure that if you are doing anything like that, make sure that if you are thrifting, if you are picking up vintage items, if you are searching for something special out there, you know, be careful with the items that you purchase. Make sure that you intuitively are tuning into the energy that's on the item, and, you know, make sure you can do what you can do to dispel maybe any energy that doesn't feel right. So you don't want to bring that home with you. And I feel like the next card is very perceptive in regards to, you know, maybe even some of you might be in search of, you know, like that gathering card in the beginning. It's about gathering, cultivating, you know, purge the things that don't serve you, but gather the things that do. Make sure they're things you choose. Make sure they're not things that trigger you. Perception is reality, so don't forget that. Perception is your reality, so don't forget that. And your reality is just, I mean, yeah, the future's not here yet, but it is only just a moment away. And this is one of my favorite cards in all of my cards that I have, this yes card. So what is it that you want to say yes to? Yes is a very beautiful and positive word. It's actually one of my favorite words. You know, say yes to the things that do serve you. Try not to worry too much about people pleasing. Also, that's been one of the main, like, kind of messages from the cards over the last week. You know, say yes to the things that do serve you, that are happy, harmonious, and healthy, and good. Of course, for the good of all. But, you know, while you're doing the gathering, you know, make sure that you're being good to yourself with your thoughts, and that you know, you don't always have to be so defensive. It doesn't always have to be as difficult as it might appear to be. It's not. It's just as simple as saying yes. Okay, I perceive this to be a reality that serves me, so I'm moving forward now. And whatever was in the past is in the past. Just leave it in the past. I mean, the past is not coming back. Only the now is what you need to be saying yes to. Oh, what about your debit card? pay. I'm worried about my debit card. I'm worried about my debit card too. I may never have enough money on it to pay all the debt I'm in. It's like, here, let's raise health insurance and then give them the option to finance their health care, but let's make sure health care is twice as much. Oh no, 3 times as much. That way, they're paying off a tiny small bill for the rest of their lives. So I think that your debit card is probably just going to have to be canceled and you're going to have to get a new one. I'll ask the cards if maybe we can locate it, but I bet it's just right there somewhere. If you want to get a reading, everything you need to know is in the description. There's the 11/11 love reading, the $20 past, present, future reading, as well as the $30 general. And there's a couple of other smaller priced ones. You need the $5 taco box, which is just me asking your most trusted and strongest spirit guides what you need to know right now. Get 5+ minutes, 5+ cards. It's also the $7 Lux taco box, so you can ask up to 2 questions, 7+ minutes, 7+ cards. You can also get the $9 Lux taco box. You can ask up to 3 questions, and you get 9+ minutes, 9+ cards. The 11/11 love reading is $11.11. It opens up multiple different decks and is more focused on your love, your love life. Same with the past, present, future. It opens up multiple different decks as well as the general. So if you get the 11/11 love reading, you get 11+ cards, 11+ minutes, $20, 20+ minutes, 20+ cards, $30, 30+ minutes, 30+ cards. And it's up to 3 questions, up to 10+ cards, up to 10+ minutes, whichever comes first. Del Taco today, it wasn't there, so I went all over my room and didn't find it. Oh my God, when was the last time you remember having your card? Hey Vincent, welcome to the haunted house. How are you tonight? Hey AAA Pity. Why am I not marking your ex? Because it's you know what I have to say about when people are talking, when people mention their ex in a way that it is if the person is still theirs. Like there's no mine anymore. They're not yours. They don't belong to you. They belong to someone else now, if they're even in a relationship. Just let that person go, unless you really want to rack your brains in manifesting them back, which you can do. But it's always a lot easier when it's with new people. Hey Ari, how are you, sweetheart? Have you guys ever noticed that? Like when you're manifesting a new love story, like sometimes it's just easier to manifest that new love story with a new person compared to like some of the more difficult, mind-boggling experiences you can go through. Trying to just observe one simple thing or task with an ex or a person maybe in the past that you had hoped for a connection with or a continued connection with. Hey Ari, how have you been, sweetheart? It's good to see you. Happy weekend. Sure, I'd love to hear your update, sweetheart. What's going on? How's your family? I'm just going to put a few things in chat while we hang out. So, Ari, I'm just waiting for you to update us, babe, whenever you're ready. If anybody wants to get a paid reading, everything you need to know is in the description. Please check out the pinned comment. Please check out the link. My original music is there. There's a link. This is not a tarot channel. This is actually a channel about my life. My life is my message. My music is my life. I do live music and live tarot on the live streams. Everything you need to know is in the description. PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, Super Chat. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Yeah, Rain, let me get to that, honey. 1 second. What does Metal Rain need to know about their card? Yes or no? No, your comments are not showing, sweetheart. No, I was mostly deaf. So, who knows? I wonder why it's not showing, your messages, Ari. That sucks. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does Metal Rain need to know about their debit card? Yes or no? Yes or no, Spirit, about Metal Rain's debit card. Oh my God, you quit Wendy's. I'm so proud of you. Hey, Brobot. So Spirit's saying no about your debit card, Rain. Reverse Ace of Swords. Let me get Ruby. She's coughing. Be right back. Come here, Ruby. I'm tripping over dog toys. Ruby, what's going on? Are you okay? What's going on? Okay, everybody get cuddly. Okay, I think we're gonna be okay. So, I got them this toy. It's like they play with it, and it's kind of, I kind of had one that was like for cats at one time, where they would try to get the toy, like get the treat out of the toy. This one's different. It's for dogs, and it's kind of clear, and I always kick it around, not seeing it, because it's like a clear ball. It's weird. I just kicked it across the room when I got up to check on Ruby because she was coughing. I'm just waiting for them to send her some new medication that she's got prescribed to her over the last week. Yeah, I'm so sorry. YouTube has to be extra strict, Ari. What made you decide to quit? What made you decide to quit Wendy's? And what's next? Don't worry, Rain. You'll find your card. Let's see if the cards can tell us where your card might be. Doesn't make any sense that you had your card and then didn't have your card. Maybe we can retrace your steps together. Or ask the spirit box in a minute. So if your debit card's not in your car by the window, maybe on the floor, gosh, I hope you didn't, I hope it didn't slip in between the window and the door. But I feel like it's very possible your debit card could be in your car. Something to do with window or glass or Knight of Wands, Five of Pentacles. You two, why you on some bullshit right now? Stop that. Stop that, stop that, stop that. You're typing whole novels and they're getting shadow banned. That is so weird. Let me see what happens when I put on live chat. So maybe if you just like type the first letter. So this, check out the big brain on this one. So this gets through, but you talking about piecing out at Wendy's doesn't. Like, YouTube, your priorities are messed up. What is up with that? Well, how are you doing otherwise, Ari? How's your family? Are you okay? Well, that's what I think is interesting. Like, Lewis asked that question and I could still see it, right? And I had the option to hide it or not hide it. So I just showed it because so now I want you to, or I want somebody to, if you guys feel like it, you can actually report that issue. And the way that you would report that issue is you would go to the area where you see what he says, and then you show it, it'll show what you said, Ari. And you can always show YouTube, hey, like, why are you letting this go through but not allowing me talking about Wendy's going through? You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe you would just click you would probably go to the top of the screen where you look for like participants in the chat and then click send feedback. Not that it matters. I mean, YouTube is so glitchy. I don't even think they care about their code or their glitches or their problems. As long as, somebody's streaming and making them money, because it's really, I feel like YouTube's just really a click funnel underneath it all. I know, right? Like, what thong size are you? Who wears thongs? Dorito chips. Worse than quitting Wendy's. YouTube is on Coke. You're right. YouTube is on Coke Zero. So I don't usually ever drink sodas. But this one particular afternoon while driving my dad to the hospital, I really needed some energy. There was no way I was going to drink the old coffee in the coffee pot at the gas station. So I was like, okay, I'll just grab a Coca-Cola real quick. That should like snap me out of my dystopia. And like an idiot, I grab a Coke Zero. And I started chugging on that thing, and I had the worst brain fog ever. Terrible. Hey Worms, how are you? How have you been? It's nice to see you again. It's been a while. Sleepy. Hey Mikey, how are you, dear? Alright, let me see if I can get the spirit box going. Not much is up. We're just talking about how rude YouTube is. Allowing people to ask questions about thongs, but not allowing us to chat about quitting shitty Wendy's. What you got against Wendy's, YouTube, huh? Okay, I don't think that plant's gonna live. So I took a whole bunch of different plants and tried to clone them, and it didn't work. Because I had to spend 3 days at the hospital, so there was like nobody here to do anything for the plants. I felt so bad for my baby plants when I came back. I was like, there goes my organic basil. And my lavender. Was not happy about it. So I'm going to have to try a different speaker tonight for the spirit box. Oh, fuck. That's not good. I saw the cutest baby deer today. It was precious. It was hanging out in the garden. I hope it found its mommy. For some reason, despite this being a really great speaker, it just, I mean, it's literally like bulging out of the speaker shell, so it also will not stay charged, which is quite depressing because I would really like that speaker. But I am getting ready to get like a new spirit box at some point. Hopefully one that's a little bit more conducive to my work. What's a cocaine bear? Yeah, I charged this thing last night. I don't know if it will work though. Hey Sugar Bear, how are you, sweetheart? I just don't understand, like, is there like an on-off button or something? Oh my god, I better turn that down before I blow up our earballs, huh?
AUX mode.
Oh, that speaker is so dusty, I gotta clear it off. How you feeling, Sugar Bear? Oops. Sorry, Sugar. Oh, look at the big brain on this one. Someone's like, I'm 1,000% you're gay. Yes, welcome to my big gay heart. And Sugar, you went for a walk with your mom and dad. I think that's wonderful. I'm sorry I accidentally hid your comment and accidentally showed somebody else's comment. 100% sure I'm gay and stupid. Fuck you. Okay, I'm gonna try to clear up this. I'm gonna try to clear up the speaker box. I mean, the speaker. Hey, Morocco, how are you, dear? Did it just say I like your shirt? Plastic.
Bluetooth mode.
Bluetooth mode.
AUX mode.
I'm going to try and clear up the sound of the spirit box a little bit so maybe we can hear it better. Hey, Mikey. Oh, thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. My dad's okay. Thank you so much for asking. He's going to start some therapy soon. But other than that, man, he's just doing so good. So great. It's really a true blessing. The phone call finally happens. Oh, yeah, that episode. I remember you talking about that, Rain. How have you been, Mikey? Happy weekend. Well, don't be afraid to ask Tiffany in group chat for the acting group. She's still there. She'll answer, sweetheart. I completely had the most craziest day. I knocked over a can of paint, sugar, and then I had to clean it up. It took me 3 hours, you guys, to clean a can of paint up from the fire. I thought I was going to go crazy. It was a mess. Hey, Israel, welcome to the haunted house. How are you tonight? I'm so glad that Star's back. Oh, yeah, it was a total drag. Sugar Bear. I was like, fuck my life. Oh my God, you almost spilled a whole bottle of olive oil. Jesus Christ, on a crutch. Oh my goodness. How am I? I'm drinking, that's how I am. Man, that must have been so upsetting, like, to spill a whole bottle of olive oil. Like, I wouldn't know whether to lay on the floor and start rolling around on the floor in it, or try to pick up as much as I can and get it as much as I can on my hair. I would be so fucking pissed too. Hey, Texas Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yeah, Franken-Dad is doing great. He's still recovering, and it's gonna take time. I mean, you don't recover from things in a day, So just whatever it takes for him to recover. It could take a month, 6 months, a year, 2 years. But the recovery process has so far been very good. Well, you know what's so messed up about the can of paint is that I removed that can of paint from underneath the kitchen sink maybe like a year ago. And I told myself, okay, no one has gotten this can of paint was under the sink from the time before I moved in. So it's time for it to go. I'm going to figure out how to get rid of this can of paint without, in a safe way by, you can just take old cans of paint and stuff like that to like places like Home Depot and Lowe's, and they'll like dispose of them for you. Same with batteries and things like that. You can take them to like, and electronics, you can take them to like Best Buy, they'll dispose of them for you. Recycle them or whatever. But in this case, like I had gone out on the porch to like water the plants, feed the animals, sweep the porch, because we've been having lots of storms. Man, I pick up this can of paint that's been there like for a couple of days, and I put it over on like a chair or whatever. I get the broom, I start sweeping a little, and I hit the can of paint with the broomstick. I mean, I didn't realize that the can of paint was not actually fully sealed. So that didn't make any sense to me. Why? Nobody has been in that can of paint since before we moved here, but I spilled a can of paint. And it's open and spilling all over the front porch. Like, I was really upset about it. The clapping seal. Oh, it's so cute. Do you have any questions that you want to ask, Meryl? All right, Mikey. Good luck with studying. Have a good day and be safe. Thanks so much for coming by and asking about Dad. Frank and Dad's doing good, so thank you so much for asking. Are there any spirits here with us now that maybe want to communicate with us? I kind of feel like it might be, is it difficult for y'all to hear? Wait a minute, I'm not hearing anything now. I don't know. I don't think putting the speaker any closer to the laptop's gonna help. But now it kind of sounds like the speaker keeps skipping. Well, according to Anna Nicole Smith, they did. But I'm not sure, man.
Bluetooth mode. AUX mode.
Why does it like suddenly sound like the speaker wants to die after charging it for hours? Are there any spirits with us now that want to speak to us? Yes or no? They don't have bodies. Yep, you're very right. They don't have bodies. So maybe the spirit box will stop going in and out if I plug it into the charger. If there's any spirits there that would like to communicate with us and tell me your name. Yes or no? I know, like, with everything going on in the world now, we have to be scared of lettuce. Check out the big brain on this one now. What would even make you think that I would even enjoy that? Sorry, that's just not me. Talk to Molly. She might be into that. Okay, Mike? Oh, God, you had Taco Bell last week? Y'all need to stop eating out. And stop eating lettuce. Why is the speaker box going on mute at all? Like, Dylan must be a virgin if he thinks, or she thinks, or they think that this is BDSM. Um, I don't know what that is. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective. If there's any spirits that would like to come forth and communicate with us, yes or no? I don't quite understand why it keeps going on and off. Like, that doesn't really make any sense to me. Would any of the spirits that maybe can hear my voice, could you please show your presence? Maybe turn a light off or turn a light on or say your name or say hello. Just don't understand why. Why is it even acting like it wants to? Hey, welcome back, Metal Ring. Did it just say haunted? Did you just say haunted? Yes or no? Is there something you'd like to tell us? Yes or no? Would any of the spirits with us tonight like to communicate about the afterlife? Yes or no? Are there any questions that any of the spirits that maybe can hear my voice or any of the beings that can hear my voice? Is there anything that you'd like to share with us? Hey, Meryl. Does anybody have a question they'd like to ask the spirit box? Wow, I still have the spirit portal open. Are there any spirits with us now that maybe would like to communicate with us about JonBenet Ramsey? Are there any spirits with us now that would maybe like to communicate with us about JonBenet Ramsey? Yes or no? There goes the whole spirit box onto the floor. Fantastic. Great. Now the dog is coughing. Ruby. Well, that's odd. All right. If anybody has any questions they'd like to ask the tarot tonight, please feel free to ask. Everything you need to know about the prices of the readings are in the description. I'm just going to kind of look around for a minute to see if I can find the batteries, which have fallen out of the spirit box and splattered all over the floor. So if I cannot find the batteries, I guess we'll put the spirit box away for tonight. I'm back. I seem to like have hopefully these batteries will work. If not, I'm just gonna call it a night. I don't know if I think there was maybe like a dash of energy left in the spirit box. Oops, I keep hitting the doll. Thanks so much for your donation. I appreciate that. That's very kind and generous of you. What are your questions, dear? If anybody has any questions for the spirit box, please feel free to ask. I think it might be back on in a moment.
AUX mode.
Sorry about that. I know it sounds a bit scary, but it's not. I just don't know why it keeps going in and out. I think it's because it's not fully charged. It can't hold a charge either. I have barely used this speaker, and to see that it barely holds a charge is quite depressing. Are there any spirits that would like to communicate with us tonight about the JonBenet Ramsey case? Hey, Spirit. Are there any spirits with us now that would like to communicate with us? Yes or no? JonBenet Ramsey, are you there? Yes or no? Metal Rain, are you there? Yes, I see, Meryl. You are still number one. All right, so I'm convinced that the spirit box tonight is just a bunch of jibber jabber. Are there any spirits that maybe want to communicate with us tonight about Shannon Watts? Yes or no? Hey, Ghost Rider, thanks so much for the comments earlier tonight. I appreciate that. Sure, we can ask those questions, Metal Rain. Does anybody want to ask any questions to the spirit box before I begin Rain's reading?
Yep.
Probably the sound behind us is the spirit box that you're hearing, dear. I've got a spirit box going so we can talk to ghosties or spirits or aliens or whatever's out there somewhere that wants to talk to us that the radio waves might pick up. All right, those are great questions. Those are great questions, Metal Rain. Let's go ahead and get into them right now. I'm going to go ahead and start your timer. Go ahead and listen out for the spirit box. It might say something relevant while I'm doing your reading, Metal Rain, or maybe there might be somebody who finds something relevant that the spirit box says. Sometimes people hear different things. Sometimes people hear the same things. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. What does he need to know about Alana? Will she ever get out of her situationship? Soon, like by fall. The spirit says yes. There's actually a call of action currently going on with that. Judgment and the Two of Wands. She's looking at her future, and she's no longer looking at the person that has left her in chains. She's free from them. She's getting free from them. She's finding her way. in that Judgment and that Two of Wands. Patience, kindness, understanding when she shows up again, and she will show up. She won't forget you. She won't forget your kindness. Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strong spirit guides. What does he need to know about Star? Star's back. What's next as far as romance goes with Star? Just remember, nobody fucking cares who Anthony fucking Serrano is. Okay? And if somebody tells you who says that, you tell him Don Vita Genovese said that. Nobody gives a fuck who Anthony Serrano is. I mean, nobody. Nobody gives a fuck. Spirit, so what is next with Star and romance and love and their friendship? What does Metal Rain need to know about that right now? Okay, so Best Friendship of the Year Award, King of Pentacles. What's the card on the bottom of the deck? So yeah, there is a new beginning. Something about helping each other financially, helping each other get off on a good foot with in regards to some kind of change that's going to be for the better for you both. I feel like it's more of a stable connection, stable foundation for you both in your connection. But it's definitely a very compassionate, empathetic, and kind and structured kind of new beginning with your friendship here in the Six of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Page of Pentacles. I know, she's broke. She's going through a lot. And you both need each other as friends. You know, like I'm always saying, figure out who you want to share the rest of your life with, spend the rest of your life with. Even if it's just as friends. Even if it's just this right here and we're hanging out on the chat. I would love for her to come by sometime and let me do a reading for her. I promise I won't say no one gives a fuck about Anthony Serrano. I promise I won't fucking say that part of my French. But let me tell you what. Oh, there's a couple of hidden cards. 10 of Cups. And you were asking about romance, and 8 of Wands and King of Cups. It's okay to hold your cards close to your heart, but it's also okay to tell her that you love her, that you care about her, that you want her to be happy, that you want to give her some joy. Why she's still here in this 10 of Cups. For her family, even if it's just kids and a dog. But there is definitely something new on the horizon. She's been thinking about this for a long time. It's okay to say I love you. It's safe to say I love you. It's okay to get into conversations quickly that might be emotional or need things that need to be said, need to be expressed. You know, we only live once. If you get a second chance, tell somebody how you feel. Okay, Rain? That's what's next with regards to romance and Star. So, Spirit, I'm calling forth Metal Rain's most trusted and strongest spirit guides. Will Rain hear from Selena anytime soon? Because it's been stagnant. Yes, you will hear from her very soon. Maybe 6 minutes after this reading or 6 hours. It could also be the 6th day of the week, which is Saturday tomorrow, or it could be 6 days from now. Okay, there is a new beginning in your communication coming. Ace of Wands and the 6 of Swords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so you got 11 cards and you have about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Do you have any questions you'd like to ask about this particular reading, dear?
What
Spirit said, what in the butt? I'm sorry, I had to turn the air conditioner off, or my Greek statue is going to melt. Okay, sure, you can send me a video from the game. Oh, that's interesting. Probably has to do with the dog. Maybe. Could very well be. I would hope that she is the woman and the person that her dog thinks she is, and that she would choose her dog over a human being. Yep, especially a human being that she didn't crawl out of, or crawl from, or wasn't birthed from their body. Like, I would hope that she would choose her dog over that piece of shit, pardon my French, that she's been holding on to. I didn't think she had her dog back. I didn't think she had her dog back at all. And how a woman could choose a man like that over her dog. I couldn't do it. I would rather jump off the roof. I would rather jump off the roof. My doggy. I love my French too. It's terrible. Many of the posts are on animal rights. That's interesting. That's really interesting, right? Oh my god. I'll be right back. Sorry, friends. Stupidity runs rampant, and I'm in fear of contamination, so I'm just going to stay here with you guys. So the funny thing is that we know how awful Ileana is to Gemma, yeah, and Gemma is a registered emotional support dog. Yeah, and Gemma probably needs an emotional support human. So, have they met before, Ileana and Alana? Or wait, I do wonder if Selena's sporadic communication is maybe she's in cahoots with Ileana and talks to her on her behalf. Okay, so if you're thinking it and feeling that, then that's probably something that's going on. I mean, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, right? Think about it. Do you have any questions about your reading, Rain? Yeah, I probably don't remember some of the other readings, sweetheart. But thank you for reminding me. I do remember them, but not something as small and specific as that. So thank you for reminding me. Do you know how old that reading is? Yeah, okay, now I remember it. Yeah, I remember us talking about this in a reading. It's that, no, she's not talking, it's just she's busy sporadically. I mean, if this is something you've been thinking a lot about, it could very well be that you just manifested it. Or maybe you're just paranoid. So let's get down to the facts. Like, what would Selena's communication with Eliana be about? And on whose behalf and why? You know what I mean? Like, these are just thoughts I'm having. Get in fights with each other. Oh my God. You know, I'll be real honest. It takes a lot to get me there to a fight. And I don't really understand why people want to fight each other. I don't understand why they want to argue. I don't understand why they want to make it more difficult for each other. Are we allowed to vape on YouTube? I can't remember anymore. I think we are. Okay, Ghost Rider, thanks so much for letting us know. I'll be here for a while. I'm at about 60% right now. Yeah. Selena had asked if I still talked to her, and I said no, and I didn't say why, though. That's okay. She probably was just naturally curious, which is not... It's not a problem. Try not to worry too much about it. Are there any spirits with us now that maybe would like to communicate with us? Yes or no? Really? That's interesting. So maybe she hasn't seen Gemma because Gemma, she hasn't seen, Ileana to see Gemma, like inside the apartment. I just don't understand how people live in LA and don't have a car. I mean, I guess it can happen. I just couldn't imagine it. Like, as many times as I've been to LA, lived in LA, had LA in my life, like, I just couldn't imagine, like, no car in LA. Terrifying to me. You just get your own dog. Oh, I hope I can help you go doggy shopping. Would you like to see a dog? I'll go get a dog. too much stress, Ruby Dooby Doo.
Hi.
Hi, Spirit. Hi, Ruby. So here's our little munchkin. Our very expensive munchkin.
Here.
Here? Did you hear that little girl's voice that said here? Hi, baby. Oh, my sweet baby. So, she's going to be starting some new medication. And I'm hoping with all my heart that this little bundle of joy is going to be able to show some progress, some healthy progress, and her body will handle the medication well. Because I'll tell you what, she has not been well for a while, but I don't really talk about it. But now, we know what's going on with her, so we know what we need to do to make her better and to give her an even more outstanding quality of life. Oh, you won't be dog sitting Freya after all? What happened? Well, that whole Social Security, disability insurance, and Social Security insurance, I mean, that's all designed to keep you poor and desperate. But I will say that I've never seen more beautiful places to live when you're on Section 8 there in California. Let's just say that Section 8 here is like a roach motel, in my opinion. I mean, it's 6 of one, actually half a dozen of another, but I mean, I'm pretty sure it's the same way on the West Coast, but it amazes me that here you can't, like, get a house. Out there you can. Oh, no. Thanks for not telling me, because that might have triggered me, whereas telling me in this way is less triggering. So how is she? Is she okay? How's she recovering from that? I believe I did say something may have come up that would keep you from seeing Freya again for a little while. Okay, baby? Okay? Are you hungry? Yeah? Well, I got treats for you. And I have some leftovers from your dinner. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? So who's going to take care of the dog? I got I had to get a second opinion on what was going on with Ruby, so I had to go to a different vet so I could actually finance some of her dental care because I wasn't about to sit here, and wonder what the fuck is going on. Pardon my French. Because she definitely was and has not been okay for a while in regards to having this cough, because I would say about 6 months ago, maybe 5 months ago, she choked and I had to do the Heimlich maneuver on her for dogs. And, there's a certain way you have to do Heimlich maneuver on children, adults who've had a heart attack, adults who've had cardiac arrest or stroke. Same with dogs. Dogs are all different too, depending on their situation. And so I've been trying to find out now for 6 months what's going on with this baby. So she's going to start her medication soon. And the dogs need to start taking some fish oil, omega-3 fatty acids. Well, it's never too late to ask who's taking care of Freya, and never too late to always offer, taking care of Freya for her when needed. Hey, Kimberly Ann, I'm doing great. Thanks so much for asking, sweetheart. I have Ruby in my arms, so I'm 120%. Just doing some readings tonight. Just going to post the tarot menu here, just in case anybody wants to get a reading. If anybody would like to ask the Spirit Box any questions, you can ask one question of the Spirit Box. Since we had 21 plus likes, let's see how many subscribers we have. 5 plus subscribers, and I'll open a chat to free yes, no. So 1 more subscriber, and I will open the chat to free yes, no questions. For 15 minutes. Damn, I already subscribed. Have you ever been out to Lake Arrowhead Metal Ring? You been to Big Bear? Yeah. In its own climate. So why do you say its own climate? Isn't it like about an hour away from LA? Isn't it like about an hour east of LA? 567 5309. 867 5309. My social security number is stop. Hey Cypher, how have I been? Amazing. How have you been? That's your social security number too? Okay, great. It's still not that expensive there to live, but I can't drive in snow. Well, I was in a conversation with Meryl about where Meryl lives. And Lake Arrowhead and the Big Bear area, Twin Peaks area, I've always wanted to go there. I've always wanted to vacation there. I've always wanted to just go there and check it out. Maybe read a song or two there. But it reminds me very much of the Lake Tahoe area just by visual effects and energy. And I was showing Meryl that area because I had confused the Lake Arrowhead with the Lake Tahoe area for a long time. And we actually found, Meryl and I were dating Zillow the other night and found some cute stuff. I couldn't believe for the price that Meryl is paying for a box in Lake Tahoe, I actually found a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house. Would I live in a 3-bedroom, 1-bath house? Yes, if it was a full entire property, even though it has 1 bath, yes. It would be worth it. Because, you could just make another bathroom somewhere else. I mean, it doesn't have to be, you could just, I don't know, medieval it up or something. Get yourself a chamber pot. I just really could not believe that I found some very affordable, very nice places that you could rent in that area. It did recommend that you don't want to live there unless you could, you got the chains and the all-weather tires. And I was surprised. I'm just so surprised that it's so different from LA, despite only being about an hour away. Yeah, Rain's not my real name either. Really? If it doesn't snow in Big Bear naturally, they'll make snow? That's kind of creepy. So there have been some updates in the JonBenet Ramsey case. And I didn't really realize that there are some changes going on within that case that are kind of phenomenal to me. So I'm going to go over them in tomorrow's live. Maybe I can just kind of brush upon them a little bit here now. If JonBenet Ramsey is with us, maybe you could say yes or no in the spirit box, honey, or show us a sign that you're with us. I guess her father wants to push for more DNA testing, but the only way that they could get, there is no way though to kind of get more DNA with in regards to what he'd like to have tested. I think they might have to exhume the body at this point. Did the spirit box just say music? Yes, music is sacred. I think it would be pretty interesting if they did exhume the body. I mean, I don't know that anything would be left after 30 years. She was so tiny. But if they did pay a lot of money to preserve her and anything kind of like, I mean, there could still be something that they could resolve from some of that, from what might be left of her. But at this point, after 30 years, even after, being preserved through formaldehyde or whatever it was that they maybe used, by now she could be a skeleton. Let me think. What year did Ronald Reagan die? So if Ronald Reagan died June 5th, 2004, and if I know anything about being a death doula, I mean, pretty much he's a skeleton by now. And if she was buried in 1996, at the end of 1996, beginning of 97, then she's definitely toast. So I don't know that there is any more DNA evidence for them to do any kind of really deep investigation. But I do feel like, they are still investigating the situation. But any true crime rocket scientist would definitely understand that there was no snow there that particular last night of Christmas Eve. There's definitely something wrong. Okay, that is very scary. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. I'm going to turn the music down because there's something going on outside. back. Not sure what the hell's going on, but there's a whole bunch of cops outside with big flashy bright lights. Too much for me. Are you going to see Saturday night's main event? You know, I will watch Saturday night's main event if I can steal it from Netflix, yes. Or I can figure out how to use my ESPN through my cable provider. Or I'll just wait for all the highlights to be on YouTube and Dad and I won't enjoy those just as much. Usually what I do though is because ESPN is so expensive. It's like $30 a month. And I figure $30 a month to watch one event. Really, WWE? You know, about 10 years ago, WWE gave you an option to become a member, and it was supposed to be a lifetime membership where you could always watch the rest, like in any of the wrestling they had going on from past, present, or future events that they'd have on. It's on Peacock. Yeah, see, and that's another thing is I'm tired of paying $10.99 to watch one show a month. Like, I could just watch the highlights and enjoy, enjoy the options I have on Netflix. So when it is a main event, sometimes the main events I can find for free. But sometimes I'm also able to put a VPN on and watch the main event for free through Netflix. I know it sounds terrible. But, I mean, with the money they're making, they could change the world for the better for everyone. Are you going to watch the main event? I got to work, so I probably am not going to watch it. Unless it's going to be highlights. And since Rhea Ripley's not really fighting right now, I'm not really watching some of that stuff that's going on with the girls. I mean, I am, but like only if it's like after it's happened. I mean, I'm keeping up with it. It's not like I'm not keeping up with it. It's just I'm not watching it as live as often as I would like to. Hey Lyle, welcome to the haunted house. How are you tonight? Check out my music. It's in the pinned comment. This is not a tarot channel, but I do live tarot and live music on the live streams. Check out the big brain on this one. So the title should tell you what this chat is about. Okay. So I'm just gonna like give you the rules and the rundown of things. Okay. This is not a sex chat. In fact, please do not ask questions about sex. And just number one rule here is just be cool, be groovy, or leave. I mean, you can come back when you feel better. That's okay. Kind of just giving you the rundown of what this is about. If you could check out the pinned comment, check out my music, I would really appreciate it. This is not a tarot channel. This is a channel about my life. This is a channel that belongs to an artist. I'm that artist. StormieBleu is my name. And my channel is about my life. My life is my message. So yeah, this is not a tarot channel, so don't get it twisted. It's not a sex educational channel either. Are there any spirits with us now that would like to communicate with us, yes or no? Are there any spirits with us now that maybe would like to tell us your name? Chris? What about Chris? Is there a Chris with us now on the spirit box? Is that your name? Is that one of the spirit's names that's with us? Yes or no? So, yeah, was that a yes or a no, spirit? Are you looking to communicate with somebody named Chris? Yes or no? Is there a spirit on the spirit box looking to communicate with a Chris on the chat? Yes or no? So, two more subscribers. I'll open the chat up to Yes No Tarot. Please share the channel. Please like. Please subscribe. Everything you need to know is in the comment. If you could check out my music in the pinned comment, I would be so grateful. I would really appreciate that. Everything you need to know is in the pinned comment or the description. If you have any questions for the spirit box, please feel free to ask. Hey Ghost Rider, welcome back to the haunted house in a creepy graveyard. So I was watching this video. I guess it was a short somewhere here on YouTube explaining how like actually normal and healthy and happy and harmonious the Addams family was compared to some of the other TV sitcom families, which were incredibly toxic in regards to today, especially today's standards. I thought that was so interesting. And it made me feel a little bit better about, you know, my haunted house in a creepy graveyard. Like, you know, I didn't really mean to manifest this, actually. It just kind of was, I kind of just realized one day, oh wow, what a dream come true. Thanks, Addams family. Poor Hollywood. Are there any spirits from Hollywood that would like to communicate with us on the spirit box tonight? Yes or no? If there's any spirits that can hear my voice, please show us a sign. Please show us a sign. Hi. What's your name? What's your name, spirit? Can you tell us your name, yes or no? Hey, Joseph. Welcome to the haunted house. How many spirits are with us now? How many spirits are with us now? 7, quite a few. Maybe I should slow it down a little. Should we slow it down a little, Spirit? Where are you now, spirits? Can you tell us where you are? Are you here with us now? Yes or no? Can the spirits tell us where they are? Do you know where you are? Do the spirits that are with us now? Somebody gave me the number 7. Sia. Sia wouldn't want to be So, do you have any ghost jokes, Spirit? Are you here with us now, spirits? You said there were 7 spirits, quite a few. Would any of the spirits that can hear my voice, would any of the beings that can hear my voice, would you like to share your name, yes or no? No. Is there a specific person in the chat that maybe you'd like to communicate with? Yes or no? If you could please share your message, that would be great. We come in respect and we come to remember you. How are you? Sort of sounded like it said, how are you? I'm great, how are you? Are you happy on the other side? Are you happy on the other side, yes or no? Can you hear my voice, yes or no? Are there any spirits that can give us...
Correct.
What? Could you give us some insight into our world currently? Into what's going on? What we need to know right now, please? Golem? Wait. Theremin. Oh, you want me to get the REM pod? It just said Theremin. So if I get the REM pod for you, what will you do for me? Will you sing me a song? Will you sing me a song? Are you trying to sing? Are you there, John Benet Ramsey? Yes or no? If John Benet Ramsey is there, what would justice look like to you, sweet child of mine? Sweet child ghost of mine? Okay, you think about it, and I'll get the theremin for you. Well, hopefully I can find a battery. Okay, I've got the theremin for you. Are you going to light it up and watch it burn? Okay, you don't have to shout. What am I sitting here for? I'm talking to you, duh. What are you sitting there for? Like, did you hear him say that? Wait. So, okay, we're going to keep it sassy but classy. All right, Spirit. Okay, I'm getting the theremin for you. If there's any spirits here with us now, if you could please touch the REM pod so that we know you're present with us. Please. Oh, did you go visit Salem today? Oh, that's awesome. I love that. I was thinking about Salem very deeply today, and Boston. It's like, I love it there, but really, you know, I feel like sometimes the city that you live in or a city that you love, it was the people that made it for you. You know? But I still love it, don't get me wrong. Still love Boston. And, you know, Massachusetts is an amazing place because it didn't matter where I went. I always found an amazingly highly vibrational people. From Quincy to Salem.
Yeah.
Yeah. If there's any spirits that would like to touch the REM pod, this is how you do it. We would really appreciate it if you would show us your presence through the REM pod. You did ask for the theremin, so we would really appreciate that if you would just share that you're with us. You can turn the lights off, you can turn the lights on, you can touch the REM pod if it's easier. If there's any spirits that would like to communicate with us about John Benet Ramsey, her mother Patsy Ramsey, her brother Burke, his best friend Doug Stein, the Steins, her father John Bennett Ramsey, please share with us your thoughts, your feelings, your ideas. What about Nancy Guthrie? Are there any spirits that would like to communicate about Nancy Guthrie tonight? I'm here to hold space for these spirits. I'm here to hold space for these victims. Is there anybody in chat who maybe wants to communicate with a loved one? Please feel free to ask a question. The chat is open to free questions on the spirit box. Let me help you connect with a loved one on the other side. Whether it's a pet or a human being or an alien or a spirit guide. there any spirits or entities or energy that would like to communicate and come forth and talk about Shanann Watts, her daughter Celeste, and her daughter Bella?
Young lady.
Did the spirit box just say Emily? What about Emily? Can you see Emily? Yes or no?
He's had.
What are you finding to be baffling about the Nancy Guthrie case? I would love to know what you think. Ghost Rider. I personally still think and feel that if they go to the state park, bring some cadaver dogs, go to the 25 marker, it'll be unbelievable what they discover. And nobody would ever think to look in that place either, because it's already so populated and so, but yet so wild and crazy at the same time, because it's an entrance and exit. Yeah, it's also a very reclusive hiking trail. So I kind of wonder if people would maybe not think to look there. I mean, at this point, it's like anything's possible. But I've never gotten her on the spirit box, so I sometimes wonder if she's still alive. And some of the stuff that they're saying about her not being alive is just once again a fallacy. But I'm surprised with all the money in the world that they're not capable of kind of uncovering what's really going on. Kind of makes me a little bit sad. You know, I just like want to see. Just want to see her get her mom back. I mean, there's absolutely no reason with the kind of law enforcement we have and the technology that we have, that it's turned out to be such a medieval, you know, feel and seems like such a medieval case, and it's never going to get solved. It just kind of has this medieval cold kind of feeling to it. Like, no matter how much money or technology or word of mouth or, you know, ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Peace out. You know, I didn't really know what was going on with that Chris Watts case in Colorado, but, you know, going over the JonBenet Ramsey case and then going over some other cases in Colorado. I mean, God, what a shithole. Pardon my French, but when I think about how this guy just not only got to the point where he felt he had to kill his whole family, but thought he was actually like going to get away with it. But then the fact that the investigators, the DA, the cops, the police, everybody overlooked his mistress, as almost as if she didn't have anything to do with any of it. It was very strange to me. I mean, I know the communication that she gave to them, you know, led to them being able to you know, be in a place where they could confirm, you know, what he did was true. But how much of it was instigated by her? And I'm pretty sure at this point, I mean, he'd probably rather, you know, take it all on his own back instead of having his mistress implicated. But I feel like at the end of the day, he got Shanann in the most vulnerable space he could get her in, and then wiped her out. I don't think that it was a situation where it was like she was asleep and it happened. I think that he got her in a trusting position, and then once he took her and the baby inside of her out, started to freak out once she started to have coffin birth. So coffin birth kind of delayed things, I think. In fact, how long does it take for a woman to have a coffin birth after death?
Here's what I found.
That's right. House. Playing it.
I mean, if she got home at 2 a.m., between 2 a.m. and 5 a.m., there must have been some kind of coffin birth. Because, and I think that he probably started to freak out, so I think he was looking for other ideas other than what he decided to do. But I don't think he premeditated the coffin birth. People are so evil. I mean, it could have been delayed, though. I often wonder, like, what made him decide to do what he did and why he would do that. At first, the only reason I got into, like, reading about that case or even checking it out is because I watched a video that made it seem like he killed her because she killed the kids. But yeah, so what will you find out about it, Ghost Rider? Hey Juanita, how are you, sweetheart? What will you find out about this cancer? Or will you find out, like, treatment for it, what stage you're at, things like that? I'm okay. Thank you so much for asking, Juanita. I'm back. Thanks so much for asking, Juanita. coffin birth can happen anywhere between 4 to 48 hours.
Do it.
So if he killed her at 2 a.m. or somewhere between 2 and 3 a.m., by the time he was headed towards the oil rig with her and the kids, she would have been going through coffin birth possibly. And I wonder if that's what delayed, like it's like he killed her and then went and had some, like, dinner and let the kids nap. And then at, like, 5 a.m. put them all in the truck. And then I just can't believe that all the signs and warnings and everything, and she didn't bother to. It's like she wasn't capable of intuitively being able to realize that her husband was cheating on her. And that she needed to find a safe place to go to. And get away from that toxic energy. Okay, so you find out about the treatment. Okay. I've got to take my dad for a CT scan on Monday. Yeah, I totally dig it. I understand what you mean by not being able to wrap your head around the craziness. It can be very overwhelming. I mean, there's just so much. So much. Oh my god, it's 323. Melanie, are you there on the spirit box? You want to chat? Yes or no? Can you say hello to us?
It works.
I know, right? Spirit Box has its moments for sure. Let me go ahead and see how many subscribers we've gotten tonight. And I'll open the chat to free us know. So we're still stuck at 2 kids more. I have to see how much time I have left on the iPad. Yeah, it's probably time for me to go soon. I'm starting to run out of time on the iPad. If anybody would like to buy a reading, I would go ahead and suggest to do that now if you want to still get a reading. I'm going to be saying goodnight here in a short bit here. I sometimes wonder with some of the things that go on. I sometimes wonder with the things that go on in some of these court cases in Colorado, if it's just that they're more about, getting to, make headlines or world news, or if it's really about, going ahead and figuring out what happened. But I also feel like there's a lot of stuff that in some of these true crime cases do get covered up. And then some things that they know that we'll never know. Unless it's years or decades down the road. Or maybe the family talks about it. Some crime con thing or whatever. Hey, Honest Dave. Welcome to the haunted house. I know, it just seems like that's all the 21st century is about. Conspiracy ramps. Spirit, I'm calling forth our most trusted and strongest spirit guides as a collective in regards to what do we need to know about now in the not too distant future. Before I close the spirit portal tonight, sky I feel like this card's about, saying keep looking up, keep looking on the bright side of life, the sunny side of the sidewalk, the sunny side of things. Your most trusted and strongest spirit guides are watching over you. Dad says that Eureka is a Greek word, and this is about finding paradise, finding happiness, joy. Eureka. It's also one of my favorite records from the band Rooney. Spirit, what else do we need to know from our most trusted and strongest spirit guides tonight before we close the spirit portal? Thank you so much, Ghost Dad. Best wishes to you. I'm so tired. I need to go to bed. Did I say Ghost Dad? I mean Ghost Rider. Is it Ghost Dad like a movie? Oh my god. Oh, I'm going to pull one more card and then I'm going to say goodnight. Alright, you came here to turn out the lights. And then love gardening. So yeah, you came here to turn out the lights. And love gardening. I like all those little aliens holding popcorn. I feel like the came here to turn off the lights is about our. It's like I feel like it's like spirits saying goodnight to us, or maybe the ghosts, like saying goodnight to us. Oh, they've had fun eating their popcorn, and spiritual popcorn, and Diet Cokes, laughing at us human beings, asking them questions, and then love garden. What you got growing in your backyard or in your love garden? Are you treating your ecosystem good? Please do. Sending you all a virtual hug of love and trust. Be good to yourself with your thoughts. Good night, spirits. Don't do anything I wouldn't do or would without me. Sweet dreams when you get there. Good morning if it's good morning to the night for you. Sweet dreams. Kalanikta. Music is sacred. Thanks everyone so much for coming by. I appreciate you. Good night.